Coming up on this episode of the Girls Group Chat podcast, I don't watch the news unless I'm on it. Like, honestly, like, I don't.
I feel like this is an if you know, you know conversation.
Yeah.
Like, people will be watching this going, what are they
talking
about?
We used to go to mass every Sunday until I fainted in mass, and my whole family never went back again.
They were like, God struck her down.
Joy doesn't have a schedule.
Oh, fuck.
All
All right,
right, go on.
It's just a hot take.
Hello and welcome to the Girls Group Chat podcast with me, Diona.
Me, Jordan.
Me, Shannon.
And me, Olivia.
Thank you so much to everyone who's over on our Patreon. We've recently reached a really big milestone for us. We have over 1,000 of you legends on Patreon.
Woo. That gives me the tingles.
Absolute legend. I know it's such a cool thing to have so many amazing people over there who get to watch our bonus podcast every week, and you get to see all the bonus content we post, like behind the scenes vlogs and our sleepover series where we wear matching pajamas every time. Let's not talk about the drama with our matching pajamas last time.
Absolutely.
I wasn't a fan. Jordan was raging. I wasn't a fan of the jammies.
And
the
I
jammies
loved them.
grew on me, guys.
They're great.
And I've been wearing them every night since.
Yeah,
Nick watched.
Oh, I've actually worn them loads.
So have I.
That's a good reminder.
Yeah.
See, while we're talking about jammies, Jordan just told me I'm very pajama chic today.
You are pajama cheek. Pajama cheek.
Okay.
I live in my pajamas, and we are going to talk about the trend that is hot takes on social media. And
Hold on. If you want to see us in our pajamas more, you can go
yeah,
to the
subscribe.
Patreon and join for £4 a month. Patreon.com/.
£1 a week.
The Girls Group Chat podcast for
Do
all
it.
of the juicy content. Back to you in your PJs.
My hot take is if I'm not leaving the house, I'm not putting clothes on.
You aren't.
I am not, and I will
Really?
actually get up, get showered, and put fresh pajamas on or a dressing gown. I am not putting clothes on. One, I spill stuff on myself constantly, so that's just washing to be done. And no one's even seeing it. So no, not getting dressed. And two, I love being comfortable. So if I'm working from home, even if I'm filming content, I'll still not put clothes on. I'll do it in my pajamas.
But not even a comfy set.
Nope.
No.
See, I would be in athleisure wear the whole time. Like
Yeah,
I'm in like
same.
gym leggings and a fleece.
But you're committed to the full jam.
Like, I called over to my neighbour's house the other day to lift a parcel that had been delivered there, and she was in a pair of jeans and a pair of heels, and I was like, you crazy bastard.
Where was she going?
On a fucking Wednesday at 10:30.
Stop
Nowhere.
it. I wouldn't even wear heels to the club anymore.
She was just standing about her house. I was like, fuck, that is class.
But do you know, in my mind, when I was growing up, when I had a very unrealistic idea of what my life would be when I was older, I always thought, I'll be in an LBD every day. I'll have a little black dress on me and a pair of Louboutins, and I'll be living in a penthouse apartment in New York
I
with
think
my
it's what you're
high-flying
raised with as well,
stocks husband.
Yeah.
I think it's what you're raised with as well. So if you're raised in a family that get up and get makeup on and get dressed every day, where I was raised where my mum's very like me, if we've been out shopping, if we've been at work, the second you walk through that door, you take your clothes off and you get your jammies on, dressing gown on, and that's always been the way.
Yeah.
Was anybody else's dad like this growing up? In the morning, when everyone would be getting ready in the morning, my dad would shout up the stairs to my ma, Donna, what am I wearing today? And my ma would iron his clothes and set them out. She'd be like, you're wearing your light jeans and your check green shirty. Aye, because she did that. She was the housewife, the homemaker.
Aww.
She got his clothes out each day for him. That man did not decide what he's wearing. My mummy still buys my dad's clothes. Like, goes out and sorts his outfits out, and you can tell too. You know, whenever he comes in and he's wearing something, your mama dressed you today, didn't she?
I don't dress Ben, but I very much am the only person in our house who knows where anything is. Like, oh darling, have we any sellotape? Yes, in that drawer over there. Where's the hammer? Or like just anything, like genuinely anything that isn't his socks, pants or jeans. He has no idea where one thing is in our house. Now he could turn around and say to me like, where's anything in the kitchen? Which would be touche. But I don't know, it's just a female thing.
It is that female thing.
It
like
is.
you go through all the cupboards in your head and you're all, you know, it's the third drawer down, it's on the left hand side and it's underneath the red book. That's where your passport is. Like duh, that's where we keep it. Stuff like that. But I rearrange a lot of stuff in our house all the time. That's probably why I play a wee game.
Yeah.
Moving things when he's all, where have you moved it to now? And I'm all, I've got a new wrapping cupboard.
I'm obsessed with reorganising and
yeah.
re-putting things in places.
Fuck that.
No.
Jesus Christ, could you be bothered? Like,
Yes.
No, I can't do that. Like, once I put something there, it's there for life.
No, do you know
It's
what that
there
is?
for life.
Do you know what rearranging stuff in my house is to me? A fun time.
Therapy.
That's a day out.
I'm laughing at someone recently messaged the podcast and said, just so you know, Diona, Jordan and Shannon are neurodivergent and Olivia is not. And there's three of us being like, oh yes, I love turning my whole world upside down. Olivia's like, no.
Why the fuck would you do that?
Maybe something in that theory, you know.
There might be.
Yeah.
It's even the feeling after I've done it. I can't wait to show people. Like,
Yes.
like, and no one cares. I'll be like, and I make a point to tell everyone, I rearranged my whole room today, and every item of makeup I have, I know where it is, and I found that lip liner I was looking for, and my mum's looking at me like, don't give a shit. Don't give a shit.
See on that, and here's also a hot take, right? Playing with kids is really fucking boring, right? And like when your kids ask you to play games and you're like, I don't want to, but I have to because I'm your ma, so I have to play games with you. But I trick my kids into playing games that I'm going to really enjoy. And those games are, let's clear out your toys. So I like, it's the and I get to do it with them maybe like every couple of weeks, and I'm like, Rocky, let's line up all of your wee toy cars and we'll play like a garage or something, and we line them up, and I'm all, you don't need that one, and I've got a bag for the charity shop, and I'm putting them away as he's playing with them, and he thinks we're playing a garage game. Or
That's
I'll be
clever.
Do winter, let's line up all your Barbies, and whoever's naked's going to the charity shop because there's no clothes for her, and then it's amazing. Do you know what's so funny too is Rocky, in our house, there's not like boys toys and girls toys. Rocky loves playing with a Barbie, but I think it's really funny because he only wants to play with her if she's naked. And I'm like, that a boy.
Good man.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean. It's because kids change their minds loads as well. Because I remember trying to play with like a kid I was babysitting years ago and being like, oh, what's going on there, Stacey? And she's like, no, she's not called Stacey, she's called Brittany. Oh, right, sorry. Oh, Brittany, are you going to the party tonight? No, they're not going to a party, they're going to the shop. And I'm like, fucking hell, what are the rules of this game?
They're dictators.
Yeah.
They want to dictate the play.
Do you know what it is? Play with yourself.
Yeah.
It's fucking you take Brittany and away you go.
Winter took that. She's like us neurodivergent ladies, that she loves organising how everyone's going to play, and that's her play.
Yeah.
So she likes to prep before the game starts.
That's very you coded.
It's so me. It's like, right, everyone stand in a line. Like I watched her one time in our backyard, and she was trying to put on a show. Like she was going to do a dance for everyone, but she wanted everyone to sit in a certain seating arrangement in the garden. So she was gathering like wee kids' chairs and wee stools and wee bits for everyone to sit on, so there'd be an audience, and she wanted them to sit in beside certain people, and she organised it so long her dinner was ready. And I was like, right, Winter, your friends have to go. Your dinner's ready. And she was like, but I haven't even started the show yet. And I went, but you spent 50 minutes getting your audience on, so I can't help that you've wasted.
A stage manager.
Yeah.
But I respect her for that. I used to love playing games where I could like take an authoritative role. Like if we played schools, I'd be like, I'll be the teacher and I'll give everyone a report at the end of the game. Play well,
Just before I came here,
Enjoy.
Winter, like she does every day, made me play Rapunzel, right? And I always have to be the evil witch. And here was her, right? No, but she was all, she goes,
Mother Gothel or whatever.
Oh no, Mother Gothel, yeah. Like she was old, and Rocky has this tiny wee horse in the house, and she makes him gallop on the horse and all to save her as the prince. So she was like, and I always say, he's not saving you, he's helping you. You can save yourself. But anyway, she got him. She's like, Rocky, you're the prince. And then she was all, and Mummy's the evil witch, obviously.
It's the
all right.
though.
Okay.
She really is holding that against you for cutting your hair still.
I know.
She's like, you can't be Rapunzel
yes.
unless you grow your hair.
That is, she's fuming. She's like she saw a photograph of me the other day with my longer hair, and she was like, I just want you to grow that hair back. I don't know why you'd cut it. And you're like,
That's so
rude.
random.
Mean girl energy.
Mean girl energy.
Big mean girl
That's
energy.
not nice.
Yeah.
Another hot take, speaking of the evil witch from Rapunzel, the older I get, the more I sympathise with the villain / people you're not meant to like in a movie, and go, I kind of see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
For example, she's not a witch or like, an actual baddie as such. But the way I watched Mrs. Doubtfire as a kid, you're meant to be raging at the man, like, fuck's sake, Robin Williams just trying to have fun. See, when I watch it now, I'm like, if I came home from work and there was a horse pissing on my begonias and eating the birthday cake that I lovingly bought, he's trashed my house, he's dancing on my dining room table after I specifically said don't have a party. Bear in mind, I'm the breadwinner, I'm the only one bringing home any bacon. You got fired for trying to make Pudgy the Parrot political, and now you want to think that I'm a monster.
You'd kick him down the
seriously.
front street, like.
Honestly, Miranda, justice for Miranda.
Just for Miranda.
Honestly,
And
like,
I'm there, dressed up as an old woman with a stupid Scottish accent.
no
What a
harm.
psychopath.
What a psychopath.
If that was in
Get
the
a
news
fucking
now,
job.
you would be like, that'd be like on the front of Take a Break, and you go, never, no way.
Yeah.
So,
But the similar thing that I've seen recently that I was like, that is a Take a Break thing. I don't know if you've seen it. The girl in Scotland
with the baby.
with the baby. How did no one know?
right.
Have you not seen this?
I think I might have. Hold
Okay, I
on.
think
Girl
her
in
family turned a
Scotland,
blind eye.
early 20s.
Yeah.
Faked a pregnancy.
Oh, yes.
With her boyfriend, wore a fake bump, had a fake baby shower, scans, everything. She had all the hampers you get from the hospital. Gave birth to a reborn doll. And for quite a while, none of the family caught on.
Yeah, she
And she was just walking around holding the doll.
with a
She
fake
was,
doll now.
they said she was being a bit strange, not letting people look in the pram.
They thought it was weird. It was always asleep and
Always
never
quiet.
moved.
What a good baby.
Yeah, that was. I was watching this unfold on social media.
That
and I was
is-
like, this
Now,
is
will
serious
she-
mental
I
health
haven't
issues.
followed it very closely. Will she? Can you get jail time for that? Like, what is the crime? It's obviously
I don't
extremely
think so.
immoral.
I don't think so.
I think the
No.
only issue possibly is I think she was taking money off people.
See, then
For-
she's
is it-
defrauding people.
Yeah.
But not on
Yeah.
a business level. You can
Or
do.
even a charity.
No, I don't. I
No.
don't think she'd get in trouble for that. I think
Fair
she'd be,
play. Slap
she'd
in
be
the wrist.
sectioned.
The most
Do you know what I
recent,
mean?
Well, yeah, that.
most recent update I saw was a news article that she had denied doing something, and that was setting up a GoFundMe. There was a GoFundMe set up in her name, saying that her family had disowned her and she had nothing left and blah blah blah. And they reached out to her and she said it wasn't her did it, but then it was quickly removed.
See, people do be at that. Did you not see in the news today? Sorry, it's so not funny. But the fella who was faking an illness, like he was well high up in like the GAA or like some big sporting board.
No.
And he was faking an illness, and there was this photo that he shared where he just a plaster over his nose and an iPhone cable up his nose, letting on he was in hospital.
People do
And
this
the comments were
all
like,
the time.
has he been charged? But this is a real story, and he is someone important in the sporting world. I don't know sport at all, but he is being like fined and arrested
Oh my
for
God.
like loads because he's basically been faking an illness. But people do be at this.
Oh, people be
But
at that
that
all
is,
the
do you
time.
know why? Because people love the drama.
Yeah.
He just loves the drama. And when you're not getting enough attention,
One of
obviously you're going to
the-
pretend to have a baby born.
One of the Grey's Anatomy writers faked like having cancer for like 11 years, and that was like part of the storyline and stuff that she'd like written in her illness. But I think she went to prison. I think she went to jail.
You wonder, there must
She
be
was the
something
same.
then.
It's like Munchausen by proxy, but
Yeah.
for yourself.
But then,
No,
like-
usually is that just Munchausen is by proxy when you do it for a child?
I think that's it. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Munchausen's is when you sort of manifest symptoms in yourself or fake an illness, and then by proxy is
You
sort
have
of
someone else.
inflicting that on someone else. But whenever someone does that, do you remember there was that girl Belle Hassan?
Yes.
Is that a porn star?
Yeah, from Love Island.
Love Island.
Oh no, sorry, she was in Love Island.
Blonde
Who are
hair.
you thinking of?
Wow.
No, Belle, someone else. She was an Australian influencer. There was a big documentary about her.
Yes.
There was a drama made as well. And she not only pretended to have cancer, but pretended to have cures for cancer through like
Yes.
holistic therapies
Holistic,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Ooh.
When
And she
people-
was, and then she's been interviewed loads now,
Yeah,
and she
yeah.
won't say what her real age
She
and
won't
all
say her
is.
age. She's like, they're like, did you have cancer? Like, well, I believed I did. And they're
Yeah.
like, no, Belle, did you have cancer?
And then they're like, what age are you? And she'll, I believe it. And
Yeah.
36 or something. And then they're like, but what age are you? And she just keeps going, this is what I believe.
She's like, well, I was always
know.
brought up to believe
be-
I was, and they're like,
Yeah.
what? But see, when people it gets that far, do you think they just go, well, fuck, I can't get out of it now?
I
I've
may as well
said to
just
too many
keep
people.
her
Like,
lit.
do you have to like triple down and just keep going?
I would. If it was me, I would double and triple and quadruple down because I can't admit defeat. I wouldn't be able to go, I'm lying. I would have to really, I'd be like, listen, this is my life now.
Yeah.
I'm just telling lies until I die.
I believe I'm 21.
Although, yeah.
You guys already know that we are huge fans of iconic brands around here. Our Olivia recently had her own bundle out with them and everyone went mental for it. It's one of them brands that just get it whenever it comes to getting that flawless glow.
We love it. And they also just released their own skincare range, which is unbelievable. It is so hydrating. It leaves your skin so well prepped for the week ahead, whether you're doing a fresh layer of tan, whether you're going out with the girls or having a makeup free day.
It feels luxurious without having that luxury price tag. It's affordable, it's accessible, and it's also an Irish brand, so it makes you feel extra good about picking that up.
And because you're part of our girls group chat gang, you can get 30% off everything at iconicbrands.ie using our code, which is girlsgroupchat30. Stock up on your favourites and you can glow all year round.
We are so excited that That Prize Guy is a proud sponsor of the Girls Group Chat podcast. If you haven't heard about That Prize Guy competitions, come out from under your rock.
The current competitions are 70k cash, 50k cash and 40k cash. They give these away almost every single day, and they give away cars such as Land Rover Defenders, Audis Q3 and the most unreal holiday destinations like Mexico.
And you can get in touch for like wedding favours and private event competitions. There's loads of instant win competitions on the website, so you literally enter, and if you like, you just, the money goes into your account there and then, which is obviously class. And you might even join loads of people who are now millionaires thanks to That Prize Guy.
Absolutely class. So go give yourself a chance to win. Head to thatprizeguy.co.uk and please remember to play responsibly. Keep it fun.
Hot take, I think lying sometimes is fine.
It depends on the situation. Like, I think a white lie
lie
is 100%.
But I
to, like,
love
feelings.
even that term. It's only wee white lie.
Wee white
Like
lie.
Diona on Cat's Protection.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. Like, in order to, I mean, see, no, is that, where did I talk about that?
That was
Previous
like,
episode, yeah.
Oh, and so see last week's episode, and you obviously like don't want to hurt someone's feelings, or for the day to continue as normal, you have to tell a white lie.
But you ever just not be fucked with telling the whole story? You're like, oh, it was grand. Or like, no, we are going anyway. Do you know, or something like that. And you're just
Or sometimes you don't realise a lie is going to not come back to bite you in the ass, but that it's going to like extend. So do you know if someone says to you like, oh, you know in Harry Potter? And you go, oh, yeah. Like, and I've never seen any of the Harry Potter movies. And then somehow the thing you've bonded with this person over is Harry Potter. And the next time you see them, they're like, well, what's new in Harry Potter? And you're like, fuck, I have no idea. It's such a bad example. Obviously, there's nothing new in Harry Potter.
This
but
happens
you know what I mean?
me literally every week on the Blame Game. That we do it. They are so politically aware, and I'm not. I like crash learn some stuff the weeks before this. We start to like, because I'm like, I don't give a shit really that much, and then they like be like, do you know the way? And they like tell a story about some local politician. I'm like, yeah, obviously, like I read the news, I know that story. And then they'd be like, what do you reckon is going to happen? And I'm like, so much stuff.
you're like, can't tell me.
It's going to hear.
Where would I begin?
Yeah.
Jeez.
What do you think? Yeah, it's one of those ones.
Honestly, like,
or even like if I'm at a gig and a comedian's on and they've not done well or they've bombed, which happens all the time, and they come off stage, you're not going to go, here, that was pretty shit. Like you're just going to go, here, listen.
Yeah.
How did you enjoy that?
what did you feel?
You know what I mean? It was grand. Like was
The
everyone
audience
did the
was
same.
silent, and you go, oh no, they weren't. I didn't notice that at all.
Yeah.
No, it's all in your head.
Because like, what are you supposed to do? Make someone feel worse?
Exactly.
You're supposed to lie and say, no, that was great.
You're like, oh, they're like that in here. They'll be quiet around these
Yeah,
parts.
yeah.
Wouldn't be laughing much. Like.
Yeah,
Not much
they're
humour.
laughing, cried. They're laughing on the inside. Did you see their faces? They were smiling the whole time.
No, totally. I think a wee lie's okay, and especially if it
so.
spares
Yeah.
somebody's feelings, 100%.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But see, for the news, like, I don't watch the news unless I'm on it. Like, honestly, like, I don't.
Yes, you're on it, did you say?
Yeah, I don't be watching the news.
It's a sad time.
not
It's not fun.
That was
my
just a really
favourite-
iconic statement. Sorry, I don't watch these unless I'm on it.
I wasn't sure if she said
see the
won
week-
it or on it, and then I was like,
See,
you won it?
the week I was on the news, I knew everything going on. I was like, oh, did you hear about that earthquake? Fuck, it's a fucking nightmare. And then after that, I had no idea what was going on in the
But
rest of the
this
world.
is do you know what I love about watching the news is when people have to transition from sad stories into like, do you know what I mean? And they're all like, and 14 people were killed tragically. But at the Farmer's Fest, Barbara has won the husband calling competition with Alfred. And you're like, what? Like
That
these-
is how it always
That's so hard.
ends.
Even you, because obviously you would hear the news and work all the time too.
Yeah,
It has to
yeah.
go into something fluffy.
Yeah, so it is
Yeah.
something like, and 10 people were left dead at the scene. And David Beckham was knighted at Castle
Yeah.
Cabra today. Why is it Castle Cabra? But they always try to end on a lighthearted
Fluffy.
note.
But you
And
must feel so nice.
quite a skill
It
transitioning.
really is a skill.
You have to do a wee. And then the balloon
Yeah.
competition, like you have to go into something. Yeah, but it's like the wee
you need a
pause.
beat.
You'll be able to answer this when you're reading stuff like that and you are you actually taking in what you're saying a lot of the
She's
time?
not reading the news.
I know, but when you would read stuff on radio, are you always taking in what you're saying? Or then people, when they're reading the news, do you think a lot of the time they're just reading it, not knowing what's coming next, and there's no emotion really?
No, like the journals would be very clued into like what they're saying, definitely. The only things I'd be reading would be like an ad read or a script for a competition or something like that, which is generally not sad. But you do have to be aware of it. Like say on the BBC, if I'm finishing a programme and it's like, and if you've been affected by the issues in the show
Yes.
tonight, you can go to Action Line. Well, next, let's see what's going on down at the farm. You do
Yeah.
have to pre-read it 'cause you need to know your tone, because there was one time I was like, death, murder and suspicion. It's all going on in Dr. Foster. I was halfway through it until I was like, wrong tone.
That's
wrong
exactly what
tone.
I meant.
Have you ever seen the clip from Ireland AM with Tommy Bow?
Oh, God,
Ten
love him.
siblings. Somebody was like, and 10 kids, whatever, 10 siblings or 10 kids, and 10 kids, and he was all 10 kids. Oh my God! And they all died, and he was like, oh. It is viral, and
Yeah.
it's awful. It's like you're watching it through your fingers, going, that poor fella, and his face just drops, like he doesn't know what to do to
He wants
himself.
the ground to swallow him up. We also have to be aware of like if there's like a big news story that could pertain to a song. So like you don't want to come out of something about a tsunami and play Earthquake by Labyrinth,
Yes.
or come out of like, you know, something about arson and play We Didn't Start the Fire. So you have to be kind of switched on to stuff like that. Look at
Yeah.
your first couple of songs in the hour and be like, could this relate to a tragic story?
Firework
And
playing.
you'll be really surprised how many,
How many
songs could have
songs?
subtext.
But then there's like that clip too you're saying about arson, like where people wouldn't be aware of what they're reading. Do you ever see that clip? And it's like, and there was an arson attack in a house that was on fire that resulted in a huge fire from the arson attack that
Making up
caused the
words.
house to burn in flames in the fire from the arson attack. Literally, that's what
Over and
the
over
news
again.
readers say it.
In my uni dissertation, trying to make up the 10,000 words. And then the fire was red. So
It was a burning hot fire.
Fiery.
Very, very hot fire.
no, but seriously, what day is it today? It is November. It's the first week of
4th.
November, right? I'm going to look on the camera when I say this. if you've put your tree up on the 1st of November, you need your fucking head checked. Seriously, take a fucking day off. What is wrong with people?
I know.
See, I'm
What is
for
wrong
it.
with
I'm
people?
against
You
you.
agreeing?
No, do you know
my
what?
God.
I'm sitting like this. My arse is itchy. I'm waiting.
But the day after Halloween,
no, it's too early.
the pumpkins
Too early.
haven't even come off the shelves.
They're not even rotten yet.
Do you know
They're
what's
not even
annoying
wrong.
though about November? November can go fuck itself. It's
Yeah,
the stupidest,
terrible month.
shittest. It's like February.
Terrible
Sorry.
from
It's
Shannon's
the best with
birthday.
Scorpio season. What
From
do
the
you mean?
2nd of November, you're just waiting for Christmas, but it's too early. It's too early. February, you're waiting for spring, but it's too early.
It's
I
sad
like the
kind of a
run-up.
time because you're
Bullshit.
like, like you're waiting for stuff to happen. You're waiting for the markets to come up. You're waiting to buy Christmas presents. You're waiting for like
Yeah.
money.
We have it in our calendar, in our app, me and Sean, the day we're putting our tree up on the 23rd of November, and we had to go in and schedule it in our app because we will just someday spontaneously be like, fuck it, let's go into the attic. Like, and we've had to be like,
Yeah.
no, hold off to the 3rd weekend.
Olivia, I have
Here.
one for you. My dad shared 20 hours ago
I have a
on
question.
Facebook. He shared a post saying, put up the tree when you want, hang the lights, play the music. Joy doesn't have a schedule.
Oh, fuck.
All
All right,
right,
Okay, go on.
It's just a hot take. I mean,
Don't make us cry.
aimed at me.
No.
But here,
I just love
I
love lights. I love Christmas. I'm like, get it up.
the
I know.
light. The lights are great. I'll give it that because when the lights come down, I do get depressed. But like the first day of November, I'm like, calm down at least to the 3rd or something.
I think you're right. I think you have to.
One day, like.
You can, like, I am Mrs. Claus. I absolutely adore Christmas. Do you know how many messages this week I've got from different companies that are like, saying as you love Christmas so much, do you want to whatever? And I'm like, I love that everyone knows that. I get a Christmas themed wedding.
Claus.
It's my jam. I buzz off it.
Yeah.
But I agree with Olivia. Everything has its time and place. I think 3rd weekend in November, let's bang out the Christmas tunes and get the decorations
let's
up.
go.
We do no longer have to wait to December.
are you doing the
I
radio?
think it's wild
doing the radio, I
pressure
know.
for people though too. Like I think as soon as you see the lights, you're like, fuck, I need to get this. I need to buy this. I need to buy this. It's like just very consumery.
Do you know
What was
Sorry,
your
my
question?
brain.
Because you said I have a question and I need to know what your question was.
See, when you think of the year, do you think of it in a certain way? I think of it as January, February, March, break, April, May, June, break, July, August, September, break, October, November, December, in
quarters.
color coded.
That's the same
I
way I
can
would
visualize
think of
it in colors.
what's your colours?
So like
Let me
white,
guess. Oh no. Nope.
white for the first 3,
Wouldn't have thought that.
lemon for the
Oh,
next
Would
3,
have given you that.
pink, and then wait, what am I even on to? September.
No, you're the
No,
last 3 months. October, November, December.
It was grey.
Grey. What?
It's very dark.
Get a therapist on here. Do we talk about this? Why is it grey?
just
Should
cold.
be red.
Red or terracotta?
No, it's red. It's grey. It's cold.
It's weird that your
No.
summer months are pink
Yeah,
and
it's
not
my
like
birthday.
orange or yellow or like
and the
sun.
sun's white. I'm not on board with any of this.
No, me
But do you
neither.
visualize?
I
your-
don't.
see. I would say it the same way you say it in them chunks,
like in a chunk.
but the colours so different.
What colour's yours?
Let me really think. So end of the year to me, I don't even think red. I think it's like a wishy-wash of burgundies and terracotta and
Oh, well, they're in the
warmth.
red family. Come on now.
In
They're
the
red
red family,
cousins.
in the red family, and a bit of gold on top.
Oh,
Bit
a
of
little,
gold.
like your nails.
Yeah, like my nails, my broken, don't look
A
at my
wee
broken
gold
nail.
flake over
A wee
October.
gold. January, I would think of it as like a light blue,
Okay.
and it's like a wee bit
can see
icy
that.
still, fresh start, and then Easter I would think of as an orangey
Bright
tone.
yellow, a chick.
Yellow.
These are all
always,
mad.
Always yellow.
I'm not really big into Easter.
Are
Oh,
you?
fuck, I
You're
love
thinking
an
of like
Easter
the holidays, aren't you?
No, not
Kind
really.
of.
It's
I
just
like
the
that.
vibe I'm getting.
See,
But I
vibe-
would agree with you in summer. I think pink for summer. Mine are
Yeah.
all kind of warm tones.
Vibe wise, I'd be more
Apart
like
from January.
November is Thursday and also the number 7.
100%.
Yeah,
I love
So
November
you know
is
what I mean?
Thursday.
Yeah.
November is Thursday. It's just before the fun
I
begins.
agree.
Edging
You're
you.
waiting
It's
for
like
November
it's
to
nearly
go.
time
Yeah.
for some fun.
You can have one drink
Yeah.
or 2.
Yeah.
But it's not your weekend. You've
Maybe
got
3.
shit to do on Friday.
Yeah.
You know what I
it's-
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so thirsty.
sober
But not the
November.
number 7.
It's given 7 energy
Seven's
to
a
me.
class number.
7's the best.
Very
I'm not
lucky.
into 7.
Are you not?
No, I'm a 5 girl.
Do you see a 7? If 7 was a fella, he'd be good looking.
I'm shocked. You're a 5 girl?
Yeah, I love the number 5.
Fuck. I would never have taken you for a 5.
I'm sorry to admit
I'd
it.
have done you a 7 or an 8. Do you know what I mean?
I'd put you as an 8 girl.
An 8 girl. Even, but
What's saying 8 about me apart from my shoe size, which is actually a 9?
I don't know.
LOL.
Not 5.
8 to me feels structured, consistent.
You
Yeah.
met me.
No, I know, but you are. You straddle both worlds of extremely structured, militant, got your shit together, while simultaneously being fucking chaotic and
hanging on by a thread.
At the exact same time. You straddle those both perfectly.
And is that very
same
8 to
time.
you?
That's an 8 to me, yeah.
Yeah, it gives 8.
Gives 8. It's given 8.
You
See,
give 8
people,
energy.
I feel like this is an if you know, you know conversation. Like,
Yeah.
people will be watching this going, what are they talking about?
Yeah.
No, that's
People's
so
now going,
true.
we take that back. Olivia is also neurodivergent.
No, that's very interesting the way you visualise the year. But
Yeah.
okay, so when's your Christmas tree going up?
Like,
Since you're
see,
the
at home-
lawmaker on it.
At home, like mummy puts our Christmas tree up at like on like the 17th of December.
What?
Maybe like the
Wow.
15th
I
of
wouldn't even
December.
put it up. That's
But
a lot
I'm
of work.
putting mine up in November because I want.
And
to.
when's it coming
Yeah.
down?
Oh, that thing could come down Boxing Day. I'd be
My
sick
mum's
looking at
early
it.
down, but she puts it up early enough. But I think you need to get the worth out of it.
Oh, you
It's
do?
a
Yeah.
lot of work to put it all
Yeah.
up, and I was like, God,
Sean makes
what
us
is the
take us
rule?
down. Well, Catholics are supposed to keep them up till the 6th of January.
Yeah.
Because that's when the kings came and give their presents to wee baby Jesus.
Epiphany.
Is it? I thought
Yeah.
it was when
Epiphany, yeah.
Mary was about. I don't know what the fuck I thought.
No, it's when the kings
Epiphany.
arrived in
It's been an
Bethlehem.
awful long time.
They were walking
Aye.
and they only had sandals. It's ages.
Blisters.
Yeah.
Had to keep stopping.
Sponsored by Compede.
Yeah. Here, on that, my hot take, not funny, but my hot take is that religion might not be taught in schools at all.
I agree with that.
And this stems from the other day. I was in, my daughter goes in integrated school, as you know, but I was in, and I had spoken to them before briefly, and I had said, here, when you start doing teachings of any religion, which is what they do, I says, can you omit my daughter from those lessons? She can learn about that stuff when she's older if she wants. And the teacher then reminded me the other day, she came over to me and she was like, by the way, we're going to start doing religious lessons soon and assemblies. Do you want your daughter not to go to them? And I went, yeah, don't send her to the assemblies. Don't. And I was like, will there be anybody else that she can hang out with during that time? And she said, there's 2 other kids who are Muslim in the class who won't be also going to those things. And I was like, grand, we'll keep her with those kids then, that's fine. And as I was leaving, Winter was all to me, what was that conversation? And she was like, I says, well, it was about religion. And then she was like, what's religion? And I went, oh, now I have to do this because I've never had to explain to her what it is before. And I says, well, it's when people believe in God. And then she was like, what's God? And I was like, I had to sit. And we were walking from school to the car. And I was like, right, give me a wee minute to think about it, Winter, because I want to give you the right answer. I don't really want to give you too much information so you'll be confused. And she was like, fine, continued sucking a lollipop. And then we got into the car and I thought about it and I went, right, God is what lots of people believe created the world and the trees and the people and everything around you. I says, but in our house, and you can choose what you want to believe when you're older, I says, but in our house, me and Daddy don't believe in any God. We believe in science, that science created those things, and you'll also learn about that when you're older. I says, so we don't believe in God in our house, but lots of other people do. And then she asked me the most brilliant question that I thought, I'm so glad you asked me this because I can give you the answer and I feel like you'll be really well informed now going forward. She said, well, who's right then? Are we right or are they right? And I went, nobody's right and nobody's wrong. I says, if you go out and you're playing with your friends in school or in the street and they believe in God, you say, oh, that's cool that you believe in God. Our house, we don't believe in God, but it's fine that we all believe in different things. And you move on with your day and that's as simple as it is. It's very simple, Winter. She's like, okay, that's fine. So we're all right and we're all wrong at the same time. And I went, yeah.
Only problem with that is that's a fantastic thing to teach your daughter. Sadly, very few people are teaching their kids like that.
Oh, I
A
know.
lot of people are like, we're right and they're wrong. That
I know.
is such an excellent way to explain something to a child.
And it was the quickest little conversation. It took me a while to think about what I want to say because I only wanted to say it in a few sentences so she wouldn't lose interest and start talking about Rapunzel. So it's like, just, this is as concise as I can say it.
That's brilliant.
And we move on. And I was like, right, that's what we'll consistently say now as Sean. We're just going to say, people believe God created everything. We believe in science and everyone's neither right nor wrong.
Yep.
And that's it. And it just made, like, because obviously, like, in integrated schools, there's a mix of cultures there. And I believe, like, the religion has caused most of the problems in this world. And I think, you can practice that in your house, in your communities and chapels and churches, but I just don't think telling kids about it in school at such a young age is helpful.
Especially if she's playing with kids that are of all different religions. It would be completely mental for her to turn around and be like, no, but this is what we believe and that's right.
Exactly.
Like, that tells them that they're wrong. Whereas like, we live in a society where everyone is neither right or wrong and they believe what they want to believe. So that's a great thing.
I just don't want our kids have grown up, my kids or kids of her generation growing up and still doing the us and them thing.
Yeah.
It's the us and them, the green and the orange, the usins and the usins and that there. And I just can't be bothered with that. It's like, that's not what you need to be learning.
Yeah.
Also, because I've been thinking recently as well, my children were created through science. They were made through IVF, and Catholicism teaches that IVF isn't allowed.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Not allowed to do IVF if you're a practicing Catholic.
It's like against God's plan.
It's against God's plan.
Yeah.
They say the procreation and sex cannot be separated. That the marital act and procreation go together, and that's the only way you can procreate. And if you cannot have children naturally, as a married couple, then you're not allowed to go through. They don't approve of IVF.
It just wasn't God's plan for you.
Just
as
was,
such.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Whereas lots of the Protestant denominations allow IVF, but only if you're in a married couple and you use your own embryos and your own sperm, which means you can't do it if you're a same-sex couple. You can't do it if you're on your own. You can't do it donor sperm, donor embryos. Like most religions are against the use of IVF. And obviously we're going to talk to our kids at some point about how they were created. And it's not going to be a big sit down here, you're a robot, but it'll be like a, just like whenever they're a bit older and can understand the terminology. But then I started to overthink it, and I was like, because I then don't want her thinking like if she was learning about God and being like, well, why didn't God make me if he made everyone else?
Flip.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
then I had to
Levels
get
to
made
it.
in a lab.
I
So
wonder, have they changed their teachings in schools? Because obviously it's been a long time since we were in school. Like,
Yeah.
I would love to know if it's changed.
I think
any
it
with-
depends on the school itself. They
Yeah.
all have different, because I know there was like talk of letters going out about what was going to be taught, and there was
Yeah, yeah.
parents where I lived kicking off about it, and I think every school's different. But you can obviously opt in or opt out the way
yeah.
you
Because I know
have.
when I was at school, even in prep school, like it would have been a real eye roll thing if someone had wanted their child not to do RE. They'd be like, oh, bloody liberals kind of
Yeah,
thing, because
yeah,
it was
hippies.
the 90s and everyone just sat and coloured in Noah's Ark and whatever. It wasn't really deep religious study, but it was like, why wouldn't you want us to teach us this is good?
Yeah.
This is teaching your children morals. Because there wasn't that separation of like, you can be a good person but also an atheist back
Exactly.
then. Whereas now it's
So
a
I
bit more
do
progressive.
think the teaching is more progressive in schools now, and I think
good.
in any of the schools they would also teach for you to be inclusive of other religions and respect other religions. Whereas years ago it would have been like just
like
us,
I remember Kieran saying, it was Kieran, wasn't it? One of my Catholic friends anyway, saying that they remember learning in school that Protestants believed that Mary wasn't a virgin. And I was like, what? I was like, we read the same book. I was like, this is so not right.
Yeah.
Like,
I still thought this.
No.
What? Do Protestants believe Mary was a virgin?
Oh, aye, yeah, but we're just not as obsessed with her as you guys are.
It's so the
Like,
thing
we're like,
with
you
not
love
to
the
get-
Virgin. Like,
we love
we
that.
hear
Not to
about her
get
at Christmas
really
and never
boring.
again.
Not to get really boring, but the only difference really between Catholic and Protestant is focus. It's not necessarily what we believe. So if you look at a Catholic church, you'll notice that there is a cross with Jesus on it. If you look at a Protestant church, you'll notice it's an empty cross, because Catholics focus on the fact that Jesus died and Protestants focus on the fact that he rose again. It's things like this that.
But it's also the Catholic Church is extremely symbolic, like transubstantiation,
Yes, I was
and
gonna say
you know,
that.
statues
Yeah.
and all those things. So everything's
don't have
really
that.
symbolic. Whereas I think the Protestant Church is so much more. Here's
We're
what
there
you
for
know.
the
It's
crack.
straightforward.
Yeah.
And the music and the
if I had to
drummers
choose
and the
between
tray
them, I say this all the time. If I had to choose between them, I would definitely choose. If I had to choose between them, I would choose to be a
I
Protestant.
think a
or a Catholic.
Protestant church is way more of like a social
Better
thing.
crack, isn't it?
Yeah, people are there like,
of a
I'm a
gossip.
good person and I'm getting a cup of tea and
Yeah.
I'm very nice and I live in the North Coast.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
not all Protestants.
And we have money.
Like, I used to be pure mass goers.
Obviously.
Like, we used to go to mass every Sunday until I fainted in mass, and my whole family never went back again.
They were like,
embarrassed.
God struck her down.
My dad was absolutely traumatized that I fainted in mass. We never returned.
like embarrassed.
Yeah,
Did you do
literally.
it on purpose?
Like, I was so embarrassed that I fainted in mass. We never returned to mass.
Like, what a ploy.
Religion abandoned.
Spy everyone fainting in mass
completely
next week.
scorned the family. They can't
Oh, I
return.
Literally never been. I don't even think I've been back in that chapel since.
Before we started recording, we were talking about nicknames that stick. There's probably people in that church who are like, oh, do you know I'll faint to
No,
Olivia?
Olivia McVeigh.
Oh,
Like,
does he love me?
Olivia McVeigh.
no, honestly, I had to be brought out, and someone handed me a Lucas's sport. I'll never forget.
No, but like it's so
Unreal.
funny
Never
because
back.
you're so successful and so well known now, but to someone you are just that girl who fainted in mass.
I used to faint all the time. I
That
probably
girl
is-
who
I
fainted
probably am
everywhere.
Called that.
Just faint now
Olivia
for
was just
dramatic
getting
effect.
bored in mass and was like, how can I get out of this?
Honestly, looking at the stairs like, pew.
Oh my
falling down.
God.
Just thinking of lion and IVF in the church. This all links
Perfect.
in.
That's great.
Not a really relatable topic, but whenever I was in upper sixth, I was going to say an audition. What do you call it? An interview for uni at Oxford. I was wanting to do.
This is giving me
Sing for
my
us.
it's giving me my wedding vibes. What time does the show start? Have my audience survived?
C minor, put it in C minor, singing the Old Testament. So I had a interview for theology at Oxford, and I mean, I don't really care. I don't know why I wanted to study theology at Oxford. I don't care much about religious things, and I sort of knew about Jonah and the whale and Noah's Ark, and that was about it. Basically, I had good grades. I wanted to go to Oxford, and it was the only subject I qualified for, because most other things you needed specific subjects. So I brushed up on a few recent theological issues, one of which was IVF, and I got like a little answer learned off. And the tutor interviewing me said, and what would your thoughts be on a theological standpoint from stem cell research? And I was like, well, it's a bit like IVF, isn't it? And then I gave my answer on IVF, and he went, but stem cell research specifically, and it's like you on the blame game. I was like, Stephen, we could be here all day. Jeez. Me and stem cell research are like that there, but we'll leave it there for today. Thanks very much.
The problem is, Stephen, is I know too much.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to put you to shame. So, but I left that feeling of like, I've just been so caught out that I am a complete wanker spoofing my way through this interview. I felt like this here size.
Give a fuck.
See though, when you get caught out, not lying about something, but just being uneducated on something. Yeah, pretending. Yeah. You just want to like bury yourself, don't you?
It happens actually whenever Rocky speaks and you don't know what he has said, because you're trying to still figure out what he's saying, and you eventually, and a child gets so frustrated when you're like, what are you saying? And they're like, fun, it's a farming. And you're all, one more time, it's all something of fun, man.
That's
and
me talking.
And he's like trying to tell you something, and you end up just going, yeah. And then he's like, no. And you're like, oh dear. Like you get caught out by your 2-year-old.
You do that with adults though as well. Like I do that with Ben. If I can't hear him on the third time, I go, yeah. And then he like has a suitcase packed and he's away. I'm like, where are you going? He said, I asked, could I go to a golf resort? Do you know what I mean? Like I cannot bear that third. Pardon?
Yeah, it's too much.
I had a uni interview for the art college or whatever the fuck it's called over in Belfast, and it was for graphic design, and I had no idea about graphic design, but I just wanted to go there and thought that I was like into art, so I'd like created all this fucking shite, like pages of like CD covers and all.
Right.
Asking me loads of questions the whole way through the interview, and I was like, oh yeah, I love that there, whatever. And then at the end he was like, I just don't think this is for you because you have no idea what I'm talking about. And I was like, yeah. And then I got really, really panicky because I was 17. And he was like, right. And I goes, right, anyway, thanks for coming. Good luck and walk out. And he goes, I work here. I was like, so you do? Anyway, right, see you later. I'll not see you later because I'm not fucking going here.
Oh, and then you in interviews or just something else?
I go to shit.
That is giving Love You to a taxi driver energy.
No,
you know, you're all, bye, I love you.
Or saying mummy to your teacher.
Yeah. But also, how cutting to turn around and say to you, oh, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Like, he could have just gone, right, well, have a nice day.
And sent you a nice email afterwards, literally. Just being like, no thanks.
But me, delusional, like, even when I got the actual email saying I didn't get in, I was like, they lost a good one.
You're like, what?
Look, is he serious?
You're an artist to people's faces now.
Like, I was sitting in the, you know the way you're all held in a room beforehand? I was like, these ones have no fucking chance. Like, these ones are going to laugh when I come in here.
How funny.
What do you do? Like?
Do you know what's the funny thing about art is? Like, I don't want it, like... Do you know people are like, this sold for like 14 million? And
Sorry,
you're
it sounds like you're about to give like such a like deep standpoint on art.
art.
The funny thing about art is, go for it.
Me and my peers, I'll believe.
Yeah.
You know, when you're like, do you like a painting? You're like, this painting of a fucking splat has gone for 14 million at auction. And it's like, you know, like, when and people have to like cover it with stuff so it doesn't get touched or moldy over time and spray air onto it and all these precautions. You're like, it is money laundering. Why
has to be? It's rich people laughing at us and money laundering in plain sight.
Yeah. Absolutely. Like, you can, it's all even like designer clothing where you're like, there's only a certain amount of money you could have put in to make that handbag, and you just slap whatever price tag on it you want.
Yeah, I talked about handbags on social media before, saying I think if I was like to win £1 million, I still wouldn't buy one. I just don't get it. And I get that other people do get it and they like that, and that's fine. But for me, I'm like, it's no different than my one from Spain.
I know.
But people who spend loads of money on art say it's not that they're lovers of art, it's an investment. So because art always increases. So say if you buy like a 500 grand painting, in 20 years time it could be worth 2 million, and that's all it is. But why?
Yeah. Why?
Because they're all money laundering.
Yeah.
That's another thing. That's my other hot take. You should only be allowed to have a certain amount of money.
I thought you were going to say hot take. Money laundering is pure class.
We should all be money laundering.
No, I think, because Billie Eilish gave away like 11.5 million.
Yeah. And her talk was really good.
It was
her speech.
She said, there's people richer than me in this room who have way more money than me.
Why are you billionaires?
Why are you billionaires? Why are you holding on to your money? Give it away. And now I looked up what her wealth was, because I thought, relative is it like me giving away a tenner? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
She gave away 11.5 million out of her 50 million pound wealth. Which
So it is like you
huge.
giving away a tenner.
That's a big
It
chunk.
is. It's a huge chunk of her wealth.
Huge.
Yeah, yeah.
It's over a quarter of her, almost a quarter of her earnings, which is like a large chunk of your money.
I think once it gets to a certain point that you know that you can live the rest of your life comfortably.
Exactly.
Why do you need any more? So
Yeah.
Billy's obviously being able to go, okay, I know I've still more of a career ahead of me and I'm still going to earn more money. I also have a comfortable amount of money in the bank. So this 11 million
Is nothing.
is fine.
Also,
but then
yeah.
it is frustrating obviously for her that she's like, well, I'm doing this and there's billionaires out there. I've seen a video before comparing a million to a billion and what that looks like to really get it into your brain. It's really, really interesting. It's
So it's like a million. If
in notes.
if it was seconds,
Yep.
a million would be 23 days, I think. And a billion is 11 years. So it's like astronomical. Come for me in the comments.
No one
no
ever.
way. That's
yeah,
right
yeah,
off the top
yeah.
of my head.
No one ever,
But-
ever needs that much money.
No.
They just don't. Even if you, the other thing I seen was if you were to spend what you would need to spend every day to spend Elon Musk, for
Yeah.
example's
Yeah,
wealth,
yeah.
and you physically couldn't do it. Even if you went mental
Yeah.
and bought a yacht,
Like a
every
house a
day,
minute, yeah.
you still couldn't do it.
But it's like why people were giving off about like the comedians that done the Riyadh festival too. You're like, well, it was all these huge comedians that were probably being paid like $1 million. You'd be like, but you actually don't need that. You're worth so much money. Like, why do you know what I mean? And like, you can stop earning at some point and place morals, or you
Then
can
I suppose
stop.
are they like, why would I?
I know exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or then they're like, I want to do this or I want to do that. I want to give money to something. Or I want to hold I wonder what it takes to run like all of their houses and cars and shit.
I know,
Like,
but
I
then
think
do
if
you
you
need
get
all
to a billionaire, your brain must be a bit mushy
But
to have got to that point.
But you know, what do you call your man, Darren Brown?
Yeah.
He wrote that book, Happiness, and it's like the psychology behind what makes a person happy. And there were studies that have been done, and apparently there's like a sweet spot that's around 80 something grand a year for a household to be in a comfortable position where they don't really have huge amount of money worries. You can have a family holiday each year, you can have a perfectly well run car. You know, you're not stressed out about paying your mortgage. You might live in a 3-bedroom semi-detached house, and apparently that is like the perfect plop of place to be in society. Once you have less than that, you have financial struggles maybe, and it's difficult. And when you have much, much more than that, they did a study that proved that nobody was any more happier above that. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, I'd love to have a few million in the bank. That'd be great.
aye.
But like, there must be a certain amount of money that you get to that you then become like incapable of like enjoying stuff.
Well, I think you've nothing to live for. So Kieran's dad always says to us that getting up to go to work every day, you'll always get up and go to work every day because you have to pay your mortgage. So it's that thing, if you've something to strive for. And there's an interview I've seen, I can't even remember who it was a podcast or something, and they were talking about how the journey to something, you actually get better hormones from the journey than you do when you actually succeed.
That was Diary of a CEO.
Was it?
Yes.
There we go. So that there, if you're a billionaire, well, yes, you're still working probably,
Yes, you're
but you don't
striving
have
for that.
anything. It's not like, oh yeah, well, I'm going to do this, I'm going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to work really hard. It's like,
There's no
actually,
immediate
if I work,
threat.
If
There's
I work
no-
hard, I'm still going to be in the exact
Aye.
same situation.
There's no like incentive driving you forward.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
that, actually, I have a hot take on a hot take, which also involves hot takes.
Oh my god, it's Inception.
It's hot take inception. So first of all, I think most hot takes actually aren't hot takes. I think people will be like, a hot take, a pineapple should be on pizza, and it's like, that's just an opinion. It's not a hot take.
Yeah.
But also, a lot of people say, oh, I hate people who say if they won the lottery they keep working because they'd be bored. I wouldn't. I'd be off on a yacht and this and that and the other. I think my hot take is, oh, I'm so confused what's a hot take and what's not. Basically, my contribution to this conversation is I would have to keep working.
Yeah.
Maybe not at the same pace and the same ferocity. But if you don't work or have like a purpose or goal, granted you might switch lanes and work on something you enjoy a bit more, or do just
Have different opportunities.
have different opportunities or take less work or whatever. But if your life was just lying around all day,
So bored.
what would your purpose be? You'd need at least charity work or a volunteering opportunity or to be running events or something. But I simply could
I agree.
not.
I think people, when they say that, mean they wouldn't. You know, you
wouldn't
wouldn't
go to
continue
their
the
9 to
same
5.
job
Yes.
if you
9
don't
to
enjoy
5.
your job.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
but
They'd
you would
switch
probably
lanes.
open a business,
Aye.
invest in something. You would
have
do
to.
something. You would
couldn't
just blow it all.
You couldn't just do nothing all day every day. And I know there is people out there that obviously do that and that's what they choose to do with their life, but I don't think you get any happiness out of doing that.
No. For like a week. The first time ever I took a week off last week. No, to say that. You know, like
really? You didn't tell us?
No, like I still did emails and content and I did an audition, but I didn't like gig or like host it. I wasn't like out of the house every night of the week, you know. Yeah, it wasn't booked for loads of stuff, so it was like at home a lot of it. I know, so when I took a week off, I actually did work, but like not a lot.
You did not take a week off.
No, literally. I just like,
why are you lying?
Did less. I did less. All right, I didn't take a week off, but I was at home so much more, and I did like,
it's like Diona on holiday. We had to tell her to piss off because she
I
kept
know.
answering emails.
Literally,
I was like, will you stop?
That is my holiday. I buzz off an email coming through, be like, what do you want? Just know people start sending me emails of shite, being like, can we see your feet? Because I will show you my feet. But yeah, it took like a bit of time anyway, like less work, and it was absolutely glorious. But come Monday, I was ready to get back in the saddle. Do you mind? There's only a certain amount of time that you can be like,
I'd be
downtime.
haunted in the house.
Yeah.
Haunting, like I'd be walking around like a ghost, just waiting.
And you're ready to haunt that house.
You are,
yeah. Just
The
be
woman
like,
in the window.
I'm picturing you in a long white gown with like a little candlestick just floating
waiting for work
on a hoverboard.
Come on now, someone needs their makeup done around here.
By candlelight.
Then waking up with
Out
lashes
at the
on.
kids outside. Anyone need lip gloss?
Here, before we finish up, you did a wedding photo shoot.
Oh,
This
I
week.
did.
Stunning.
Talk to us about how you felt in these wedding dresses.
Grant.
Did you love them?
Aye, they're
I'll
alright.
take your
Have you
hot
wore
bride.
wedding dresses before?
Yeah, loads of times.
Oh, okay.
See, I've modeled for bridal shops before, and I just felt the same. But I was a wee bit more like, would I wear this shape?
Do you think it's going to be hard to pick the dress then?
Yeah, because I'm a fussy bitch.
And because you've
And
now
because
worn
you've
lots.
tried so many, and it'll need to be something magical to get that wow feeling, because you've tried so many beautiful dresses that it's just like, oh, it's just a
Aye.
dress. Just
I don't think, like, I'd say I'm fussy, but I know exactly what I don't want. So I can put
Yes.
something on and I go, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm very like, I don't like that. Whereas like I'll put something on. I think it'll be harder for me if I have between 3 dresses to choose from. That'll go over my head for like weeks.
Yeah.
And then you'll pick one and get home and go, it was
Yeah.
the other one.
See, that's the fear.
Just have 3.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, true.
have 3.
There was a
3
mini-
dresses, 3 wigs,
Yeah.
3 different makeup looks,
3 days.
3 brides.
3 days,
3 weddings.
3
When
weddings,
we
3 husbands.
Yeah. That's
That's
just
Jordan's
go the whole
advice.
hog. Like,
Yeah, you just get a divorce.
just have a divorce,
just
someone
not get
ready to
married
sign
at all.
divorce papers,
That's
and someone else ready to come in.
That's an in-joke on Patreon. You can find out all about it if you join us over there. Patreon.com/Girls Group Chat Podcast.
The girls group chat.
I said that.
Oh, did you?
I just said it very unenunciated.
okay.
Sorry about that. Goodbye. Thank you for joining us.
That was very abrupt, but yes, we love you.
Goodbye.